Hey, it's Chris Aiken from the Classic Metal Show. Most people know me as the foul-mouthed shock jock from the Classic Metal Show, or the no-nonsense heavy metal critic from pitriff.com. Now you get to learn the other side. My first book, Little Victories, A Tale of Divorce, Debauchery, and Finding Happiness, comes out on January 13th in paperback and digital formats on Amazon and iTunes. It details my real-world emotional struggles over a year that included a divorce after a quarter-century of marriage and the death of my father. It profiles things I did right, as well as a bevy of things that I did wrong with the help of alcohol, and how I found my way out of the muck of the emotional state that almost saw me commit suicide. Pre-order your copy of Little Victories, A Tale of Divorce, Debauchery, and Finding Happiness today at www.chrisaikenbooks.com and get in touch with the more fallible side of me, Chris Aiken. Sounds happy, huh?
It's Motley Crue right here on your Classic Metal Show with On With The Show. I know that's one of Chris's favorites. Not one of your favorites, Chris?
What?
This Motley Crue, not one of your favorites?
I like that song personally, but
really? Wow, that surprised me.
Crue.
I played that because I thought you would be highly critical of it.
No, first album is solid.
Okay. Well, anyway, the reason I played that tune there was because apparently somebody sued Tommy Lee and Motley Crue over Tommy Lee's roller coaster drum design.
Yeah, read a little bit of this article if you can do it without fucking pop-ups coming up this time. And this guy's just full of shit,
right?
As far as I'm concerned. Did you read this thing already?
I read a little bit of it.
This guy seems like he's very full of shit.
According to TMZ, a judge has dismissed a lawsuit filed against Motley Crue by Howard Scott King, who claimed that he gave Crue drummer Tommy Lee the idea for the roller coaster drum set, which he used on tour in recent years.
Okay.
On September 20th of 2012, King filed a suit against Motley Crue, the band's touring company, and Tommy Lee as an individual for misappropriation of trade secrets in the Superior Court of California.
Okay.
The suit accused Motley Crue of unlawful use of King's proposal for a Tommy Lee loop coaster.
All right.
In his complaint, which can be found as a PDF at the Brooklyn Law School website, King claimed that he developed the idea for the roller coaster as part of his then business, Stages in Motion.
Okay.
King described it as a track on which Tommy Lee would play his drums on a platform on wheels, which follow the track until Lee was in the upside-down position playing the drums, and he would continue playing the drums as the platform followed the track in a complete loop. King alleged that he discussed a proposal for the coaster with Top Rock Development Corporation, Motley Crue's agent, on or about November 21st, 1991.
Wow. 20 years later, it came back.
Yeah, 22 years later.
Right.
King claimed that both the proposal as well as a signed confidentiality agreement, which has since been lost or misplaced, expressly stated that the ideas were confidential and that King was to be compensated should Motley Crue implement the coaster. In June 2011, Motley Crue began using the coaster or a substantially similar device as a centerpiece for concerts as well as a commercials and promotion. According to TMZ, the judges determined that King never had exclusive rights to the roller coaster drum idea, and Lee designed the version on his own. King has sought at least $400,000 in damages.
Yeah, except for the fact that he lost the paperwork.
Well, that's if there was paperwork involved.
Well, he says that he lost it.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
well,
there's no paperwork.
Lost paperwork is as good as no paperwork ever existed.
Yeah, why even bother going to court?
Yeah. Well, apparently this guy's a broke dick, and he felt that, maybe he did discuss this at some point or whatever, but, unless you have your facts in a row and, have it all lined up, it's pointless to try to go after something like that.
Yeah, you're never going to win. And now, the thing that I find interesting is that he thinks that idea is worth $400,000, whether it was implemented or not.
Right.
Are people going to Motley Crue shows to see this fucking drum loop thing?
Not at all.
No, they're going to hear fucking Home Sweet Home and stuff like that. They're not going to see Tommy Lee's dumb drum solo.
Right. But I did like the one comment down here.
What's it say?
Instead of a roller coaster for Tommy, how about a Stairmaster for Vince?
That's funny.
I did like that.
That's pretty good.
Yep. So this guy, SOL.
Sorry, Dick. You ain't getting paid.
Right. All right. You threw another one over here that said Lou Gramm looks like Sam Kinison.
Yeah. What's up with that?
I looked at that picture, and I cannot believe that's Lou Gramm.
I gotta put that up on the Facebook real quick. Let me find it here.
I just am stunned. If I saw this picture, I would have never said, "Hey, isn't that Lou Gramm?"
If you saw that guy singing fucking Foreigner songs, you wouldn't think it was Lou Gramm.
Yeah, the guy doesn't even look anything like what we saw. Remember what was it? What was his big solo release? Blue something blue.
Oh, yeah, something blue. I can't remember what it was called.
Something in blue, or it was like 1991, I think it was.
Right.
I saw him. He opened up for Steve Miller Band.
Okay.
And I saw him with Bella Fleck and the Flecktones.
Good Lord, really?
Yeah, it was Bella Fleck and the Flecktones, Lou Gramm, and Steve Miller Band.
Bella Fleck and the Flecktones.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
But remembering what that show looked like, because I had pretty good seats for that show.
Yeah.
And looking at Lou Gramm here in this picture, I would have never guessed.
Yeah, I am stunned by this. It just doesn't look like Lou Gramm at all.
No, it has no has no resemblance to what Lou Gramm looks like.
Well, I guess it does have some semblance of what he looks like now.
Holy shit!
I'm putting it up on the Facebook as we speak.
What happened to that guy?
Yeah, I cannot even fucking fathom what happened. I know he's got pudding in his skull, but I didn't know that it fucking changed his whole face. He looks totally different.
He does.
It's no wonder they moved on without him.
If I was Mick Jones, I'd probably have to say, I love you, dude, but...
If you were Mick Jones and that guy showed up for a meeting, wouldn't you be like, who the fuck are you?
Right. Who the fuck are you, shitwad?
Yeah. All right, the Lou Gramm picture is officially on the site now.
All right, well, here's another one.
Yeah.
And this picture looks like a menopausal old lady.
Okay.
Documentary about legendary ex-Rainbow Dio bassist Jimmy Bain in the works.
Yeah, I saw this, and just for the fact that might be the most useless documentary in history, I had to put this out.
I'm looking at that picture. Like, what the hell is wrong with that guy?
I know, he looks terrible, too.
Oh, my jeez.
Maybe Kelly Hansen threw acid on his face. Jesus.
Wow.
That's not very nice.
Film producer Scott Lynch is working on a documentary about the legendary rock bassist Jimmy Bain.
Is he really legendary?
I don't know if he's legendary.
No, he looks like here in this picture. That old queen that died that used to run the presidential press conference every day, that old lady.
Oh, yeah, that what was her name? She just died like a year ago, right?
Thomas.
Yeah.
That's who Jimmy Bain looks like.
She does. She does look like Helen Thomas.
Look at you, she does. hilarious.
A video announcement in which Bain and Lynch detailed the crowdfunding. It says crowdfunding campaign.
That's a website. Yeah.
Oh, crowdfunding campaign to complete the project can be seen below. Last in line is the band featuring Def Leppard guitarist Vivian Campbell alongside fellow founding Dio members Vinny Appice, Jimmy Bain, and Claude Schnell.
Awesome.
Plus singer Andrew Freeman, who has previously fronted Hurricane and Lynch Mob.
Okay.
Last in line performs material from the early Dio records that Campbell appeared on. Campbell's former Sweet Savage bandmate Ray Haller filled in for Bain in the Last in Line's October 20th performance at the Loud Park Festival and Saitama, I guess it's Super Arena in Tokyo, Japan.
Okay.
Bain was arrested August of 2012 in Burbank for suspicion of driving under the influence of drugs. Gee, what a surprise.
Yeah. What is up with... I just posted the picture on the Facebook of Jimmy Bain or maybe Helen Thomas. I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But what is up with the fucking fake hair? That cannot be his hair. It's certainly not the real color, but if that's... I don't believe that's real hair. That looks like a fucking wig.
Yeah. It's a Helen Thomas wig he inherited when she passed away.
And her shirt.
Right.
Where's that fucking pink shirt? What's
right.
wrong with you, queer? Jesus Christ.
These guys
All right, now here's the real question. Would the guy that's known as Lou Gramm now, would he date Helen Thomas, Jimmy Bain?
Right.
They look like a couple, don't they?
They do, actually.
They look like they'd be a good old couple.
It's a perfect match.
Can't you just see them wandering in with their senior discount at the fucking Golden Corral?
Right.
Hey, yeah, we'll take the steak today.
Right.
Jesus.
Wow.
Lou Gramm. He looks like fat Donald Trump. What happened?
Now, what is this thing? Jeff Tate is the fucking man, and I'll tell you why. What is this? This goes to that whole Journey Neil Sean wedding thing.
It's just... Oh, it doesn't go to the right link? They must have taken it down. It was a story that was hilarious. But I don't want to dig it up.
Well, I'll see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, that was the name of the story, and it was fucking hilarious. Dude, I'm looking at this Lou Gramm, and I cannot fucking believe it. There's nothing there that looks like Lou Gramm.
Right.
Nothing in his face looks like the old guy. And the hair, what did he do? How old is Lou Gramm? 90?
Well, he's probably only in his mid-60s.
That dude looks fucking ancient. Doesn't he?
He does. He looks awful.
Fucking... It's pretty bad when fucking Bill Cosby looks younger than him.
Right.
Selling the material in his skull.
Sure.
Jesus Christ, old Puddinhead here is looking terrible. Then Helen Thomas on top. Though, that's a 1-2 of pictures, dude. Looking at them both on my screen, holy smokes. Whose picture's worse here? Lou Gramm.
Yeah, it's a toss-up.
That's a real tough one. All right. One you can kick to the curb. The other you have to fuck. Which one? Not going to answer?
No.
Think I'd have to fuck Jimmy Bain. Lou still looks sort of like a guy.
Jeez.
Jimmy Bain, I mean, with the lipstick and the fucking wig, could be mistaken for a tranny.
Right.
Definitely could be. Can you see that fucking Jimmy Bain looking like that up on stage with Dio? Dio'd be like, bitch, get off my stage. Where's the man that plays bass in this band?
Right.
Jesus. Tales from the fucking estrogen crypt. Good God.